Hello, this is a small update on the elevator project, I suppose. From my first draft video, there was a single unit that wasn't functioning properly, the descension module for it. That has been fixed. Previously, something to do down here, but now we have from the redstone signal, we have a solid block into this repeater. No tick delay. And it goes into the block just underneath this trapdoor. That is fixed. Should work now. They both triggered. And then I did have a couple other things. I may have changed a couple things with some of these other units, but I can't remember. But for this big unit, I did tweak a couple of these modules. Previously, I needed two different modules because they wouldn't work side by side. That is no longer the case. I did create, or I tweaked an existing module so that it works now on its own. You can stack this next to itself and it functions just fine. Most of the redstone is the same. I just replaced was it that one? Yeah, I think it was this one. Replaced the redstone lamp with another observer. Previously I didn't think that would work for whatever reason. This was a while ago, but it does now, so that functions. That was the ascension module, and there's also been a fix to the descension module. These are the two that are supposed to work side by side. This one works in one plane. I think it was east to west, not north to south. And then this was modified from, I think, this one right here, which I also just removed redstone lamp and put in the observer, and now it just works on its own next to itself. You can stack them next to itself, and yeah, now you don't need two different modules. You can just use the one similar module. Oh, that one's down. Right. So for the descension module, all of the signals are independent from any floor. It'll only trigger one at a time. For the ascension module, while this does work next to itself, one of them does still trigger all three signals at once. So just to keep that in mind, as long as two of these signals are independent, the third can connect all of them, as long as the other two are cut later in the line to prevent, well, if you've seen the previous video, you know what I'm talking about. And then the last thing I did on my own, I thought about this for a bit because I was interested if it would work. I added an indicator, just a redstone lamp, that tells you when each floor is in use. It'll tell you this is in use. This is not, so it's stopped you at this floor. So that was a nice feature. I added it from both, and it was actually a lot easier to implement than I thought it would be. This is actually still more complicated than it could be. What I have is an observer coming out of this comparator, and it would trigger this piston, pulling this cauldron in, which would be read by this comparator. More complicated than it needs to be, because I thought about it, you just need another comparator out of this hopper and have the redstone line directly into this block, which is behind this block, the redstone lamp. And yeah, I think that's about it.